Hello everybody, welcome, Tracker here, and welcome to another episode of our Let's Play series in 1.9 snapshots, soon hopefully to be the full version of 1.9. So you join me at the top of my AFK tower, as it is at the moment, but yeah, just thought I'd start off by showing you where we are with this. So if we come to the edge, as you can see now, we are torched up. All these trees have gone over here. I've got a load of wood. All this is torched up, and including round here as well, we've taken away any trees that are in the way, and everything else is completely torched up. And we started on building a bit of a base down the bottom here. Let's just not crash and die. Yeah, as you can see there, we've got a bit of an island. So what do you think? I think it's starting to look pretty cool. The top section has no torches. The bottom section at the moment does, because it's not finished. So what I've been doing is essentially, I don't know if you can see, but there's some leaves over there and leaves there, and so we've got some pumpkins hidden basically behind it. If we go around this side, you will see that it's not quite complete. No, so yeah, basically I'm building from the top and building out and coming down for an island, because I've got this shape at the top which is going to sort of form the basis of what I'm building here. So let's just go inside. So this is my little hidden doorway here. So it's directly across from here. You come straight across and then you come in through the rock and you're inside. So yeah, I'm using these to hide lights, because I'm not using a texture pack specifically. They're transparent, so the lights come through, and as you can see up there, so I've got a pumpkin, and then I've got the sort of the leaf block hiding it, and we're using the dark oak block on that. So let's just go up. So we've got our way down there, and then we've got our way up here. So what's going to happen is this going to come up inside the tower, and we'll probably end up moving this because it's not particularly in the best spot, but I need to see how the tower is going to look. So we're going to build a tower here, but it's going to start off in this general shape. It is going to go all the way up there, and I am basing it on an existing tower, and then down here you can see this island. Hopefully, I mean, some of it appears to be in swampland. And let me just have a look on F3 actually. So yeah, if we go, where am I looking on the display? There should be somewhere that tells me, and I can't see. Yeah, so biome swampland. It's so if we just do that, so it's at the top left, underneath choke, facing west, then biome swampland. So I think we are completely in swampland, even though the grass colour is changing now, which is a bit strange because that's more the swampland cover. So yeah, not sure what's going to happen with regard to getting what do we call them, slimes, but I haven't seen any spawn around here. They seem to spawn in the swamp over there, so I'm kind of hoping that there's not really going to be any there spawning, but we shall see. Now, as far as the material goes for this, as you saw at the bottom there, we had nether brick, so we're going to do that, and I've got myself a little smeltery up here. We're starting to produce a nether brick in there. So my little setup here is, let's go up to the top. So first of all, if we look in this chest, we've got a lot of wood because we chopped down that forest. So at the top here, we can get into it. We've got wood, and that's in a hopper into the chest there. In this one here, there's nothing in it at the moment, but we can put charcoal, because that's what this is producing. It's basically turning dark wood into charcoal. The charcoal is then dropping down into this chest, which is then into this hopper, and then feeds this with charcoal. So it's a kind of charcoal making machine into then, so we've got the netherrack in there, that's going into here and cooking and turning into nether brick, and that's going into the chest at the bottom, and then we'll be able to take that, and then we can turn 4 of those into nether brick. So that is something we're going to need a lot of for this build. So it's not going to happen overnight. It's not something that I'm going to be doing super quickly, but we are going to be building and focusing on that. So let's just sleep in the night. we don't really need to because I'm about to go in the nether, but I do daft things like that sometimes. But yeah, so I'm going to get on with some of that building in a moment. Just wanted to show you quickly in here, before I get on with building the rest of the island. This is where I've got the start of my sort of netherrack from. So yeah, as you can see, so we've got a room in here, and actually we've still got some we left here from last time. There's also a ghast out there flying around somewhere, which actually right now I am after gas, although we have got 4 or 5, I think we've got 4 more gas tiers, which is fine because, and where are you? Could be anywhere. It means that we can actually go and spawn the dragon again if we want to. We've got enough tiers for that. No, can't see him. There's obviously a lot of area around here where these guys could be. Where are you? I want you. I want you. And I'm doing the old switcheroo trick with the with my sort of firing the arrow and then flicking it and getting it to. He's over this way, isn't he? But he's down here. Let's go and fly. This is a good thing about the nether now, is you can get around quite well. There he is. Didn't quite get it. Let's go and have another look. Where are you, mate? Oh, he's over the lava. That's no good. And this doesn't look very safe from here, so just like that. So he's gone, but I got a feeling. Oh no, it's over there, isn't it? What do you reckon? Shall we risk it? Do you think we've got some a gas tier over there, or is the gas tier gone in the lava? Let's go and try it, shall we? So yeah, flying in the nether is pretty cool, but you got to be so careful. Let's have a look. What do we get over here? Did we get anything at all? We got a couple of XP orbs and nothing. It did go in the lava. Grrr. Yeah, nothing there at all. That's a shame. On to the tiers, but we shall continue to get some of those. Now all we've got to do is get back up there. And we are back. So something else I want to start working on as well is this sort of the nether tunnels and the nether system and that sort of thing. So I kind of figured I'd combine the two things in one go, because we've got this whole network, if you like, of small tunnels like this, and I thought rather than just hollowing somewhere out, there's two things I can do. One is to get the sort of the already bricks from the existing nether fort we've got, so we'll probably do that, but that might not be enough. So I figured what we ought to do as well is actually start taking the nether bricks from here as well, if you like, the nether rack from here. So but let me just show you a basic. So what I'm going to do is essentially get these tunnels ready for when I'm going to build the proper nether network, and the way I'm doing that is it's going to be 5 by 5. So let's just do that quickly, and down here, because what I've been able to do in creative, I've worked out a sort of a basic shape, shall we say, and if I can hollow out a basic shape, all I then need to do is actually put in the rest of it. So kind of makes sense, I think so. So let's get this out of the way. Thank you. Hang on, what am I doing that for? That's what I wanted to do. Alright, hopefully... Yeah, oh, it's coming out again. Hopefully we don't die. No, good. And we can get rid of that. It's the trouble when your picks are too good. Right, so what I need to work out though is levels, because this is kind of level of the portals. So if that's the level of the portals, I kind of think that's possibly the max height I want to go to. Now, or rather the floor level needs to be on this level. So what we're going to do is take out this like so, and then these like so. So these are going to be sort of 3 wide here, and then 1 wide at the top, because we've got stuff to go in those. And then what I need to work out, so the tunnels I'm going to, or the actual design I've got, is one's going to be an option for rail, and then the second option is going to be for running, because sometimes you probably just go, I'm just going to run from there, or you might not have a rail cart handy. So we need to have both options really. We need to have that option of running and the option of taking the rail cart, depending on what the mood takes us. So the other thing I need to do is then take this down another 3 levels. So it's going to be like a double decker, if you like. We're going to have a layer for rail and a layer for running. And the running is going to have packed ice and trapdoors and all that to make it quicker, etc. So yeah, but we'll just do it like this at the moment. Take one more layer down, and then this should give me the template. Then I can just start taking this out as much as I can. Not bad. Hopefully that is, yeah, 3 across. So, and I've got to leave this middle one because we still want to be running through, although I guess I could just make steps down to it. But this is good. The rail cart's going to be running on this, but not on the nether rack obviously. It's going to be running on some other item, and then the running is going to be underneath, and we're going to be running that way. So like so, but a lot faster because we're going to be on packed ice and everything else. So this is where I'm going to start getting some of the nether rack from. And then this is where I'm going to start getting the rest of the nether brick from. So at the moment down here and places like here, I'm not going to worry too much, but so areas like this, you just saw that guy spawn in front of us. Yeah, we're going to start taking the brick away. I'm sure there's going to be corridors underneath and that sort of thing, but I want to start looking at where's going to be good spawning areas for wither skeletons. So for example, here is actually not too bad because we've kind of got this junction and this junction, which is good, and they spawn better. Wither skeletons spawn better on junctions, so we can make a spawning pad there. And then we've got another junction here, so actually this is quite good. And then further on down here, let's have a quick look. So we've got another junction here which is quite good. So we'll probably make these into our sort of wither spawning area, so we need to clear that out as well. And then the rest of this, well, we kind of don't really need it. I mean, I guess you could say, well, areas like this are good, but they get sort of complicated with the stairs and going up and down and all that kind of stuff. Slimes, yeah. So no, we probably won't use this area. Oh, talking of which, hello, dude. Cool, no skull. Yeah, so this area, I think we'll probably start taking the actual brick from it, because these kind of corridors are not really the best for actually getting the spawns. They will spawn here, but they're much better on the junctions. There's more spawnable areas, especially when you take the walls down, because then you use part of the stuff there. So yeah, I think we'll probably start taking all the nether brick from around here as well, and there's a lot of it, so that's pretty good. And then it also means that we can then probably start getting this sort of slabbed out, so we don't get the pigman spawns, and then that can give us more spawns then for the thing. So again, this is going to be a long-term project to try and get a nice spawning area for all the wither skeletons, but it does mean taking this down. And there's a guy there as well, look. Hey dude, how you doing? If I take that down, can we get you? You gonna give us anything? Got any skulls? Oh, there is. Excellent. Our first wither skull. Brilliant. That's good. Have I got looting on here? Looting 3. There you go. That will explain it. So we'll leave that there. And there's another guy over there, look. Hey dude, you want to come over here as well? Can we have your skull? Would you mind? Is that okay? Is that a problem? No, you just give us your bones. Typical. Absolute typical. But there's a lot of this here, so yeah, we should be able to take quite a lot of this. which is quite good. I should be able to get lost as well, hopefully. Not. Yay. And we're back. Yep, so there's a fair amount to do in the Nether, I think. But, you know, I think that's just going to be the nature of it, isn't it? I did finally get a ghast in the end as well, while I was getting a little bit more Nether brick. Yeah, that's all good, but what we really need to do now is finish the island. The Nether tunnel as well, I've kind of got an idea of how I want it to look, but I'm going to have to do a lot more resource gathering, I think. So, yeah, that's definitely something I need to do, but for the rest of it, I need to get this island sorted. I want to get it covered up, and then it'll look like a proper island. It's my way through here, isn't it? So, yeah, really with this, it is just a case of, first of all, what I'm doing is purely getting the shape of the island, and we'll do that now together very quickly on here. So with this, for example, we can kind of see where I need it to come out, so I'm kind of just sort of doing bits like that, falling in the water a lot, which I'm also doing, yeah, and sort of trying to get it built up like I have here. So it's a bit tricky, it's a bit fiddly, yeah, and it's causing me a lot of pain. But we're going to get it done. It's better than when we had it. And some of the blocks I'm leaving too high, like that. So like we've got on here as well. We've got quite a lot sort of too high, and then we've got some one high ones as well. So it's just a case of mixing it all up and having it coming out, and you know, looking, how does it look on there. So for example, that doesn't look so good, but that looks a bit better. And just really shaping it as we go around, as it comes out. And eventually we sort of bring it out to a stage which I think looks pretty good. So I'm going to carry on doing that, because otherwise it's going to be very boring on camera, that's for sure. Let's do that, 2 down there and 1 there, yeah, and we'll keep on going. So are you ready for the reveal? Let's have a look at it from the top actually. So yeah, there it is. That's just kind of sort of the look we've got for it. We've kind of done all the way around there. I haven't done the rest of the grass yet. It took me absolutely ages. I'm not quite happy with that side, but let's do a little fly past if we can, as we look round, and probably can't look at it, got to look from a distance, but yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think it looks like a natural island, doesn't it? So, and that's the impact I'm trying to have, is to have this natural island look. So yeah, I'm happy with that, especially from this side, which is the side we'll probably look from it. Lagging a bit there. Come back up. But yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that, and I think it's gonna look quite good once we get all the grass and the torches and everything else in place. So I thought I'd just pop back over here to spawn and see how our crops are doing. I can't remember if I showed this to you or not, so we'll probably just go through it quickly. But we've got this all finished out now. These are our crop fields. The first row only goes back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is it? And this is purely because it probably could have gone one more. But to help the water drop, and then we drop down 1, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as normal, and these are all 7 until we get to the very end. And then we've got our water channel down here with ice, so all our items are going to get washed down here, then they get washed over to that corner, and we've still got some work to do on that because the storage and sorting isn't quite right, as I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, we've basically got these here, dispensers filled with water buckets every 3, because if we put them every 2, you'd basically get an infinite water source created here, and that would be no good. So we've got to do them every 3, and the other option was putting pistons, I think I mentioned before, which wasn't really going to work that well and took up too much space. So we've got all those in. Let's just have a quick look at the redstone under here. It's very simple. It is literally redstone signal going up to a switch, which is up here. and then when we press that, redstone fires, and it literally goes to every single one of these under here, and then we've got it repeated down there. So yeah, that's simple enough. Now I'm not going to flush all these down because the crops haven't grown yet, and to be perfectly honest it takes a long time to actually replant them. So whilst this farm is great for getting lots of crops for trading, and it's just going to sort of grow whilst we're in this area, it's not a fully automatic farm where we really need villagers doing that. And I'm not sure if that has been fixed yet or not, but it's something we're going to work on. But we also need to work on this, because what happens is these are so good, even though we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hoppers there, it's not enough. So all the items come whizzing across here, and sadly they just pile up against this particular hopper because it's obviously only got 5 slots, and there's lots of different items there, so they take a long time, and there's a good chance they might despawn while there. So I think what we need to do is actually get a few more hoppers going around here, and then we need to sort out the sorting system and transportation system for these items. So at the moment all they do is go into these chests, into these hoppers, into these chests, and you can see they're empty because they've gone all into this chest and we've been reusing them. So at the moment I'm just using the crops to just to replenish the crops, grow them and that sort of thing, and soon we'll have it working as a full sort of operating farm. But yeah, we need to extend this along here, I think, in terms of doing this, and we probably need at least probably 3 or 4 more of these, I would have thought, and then that should be enough. But the trouble is we've got the water runs out there, so what we might need to do is actually do it the other way around. We might need to extend them the other way once we've eaten. So yeah, we might need to actually extend these hoppers to sort of start here. So we'll probably put 4 hoppers there that'll all feed into these hopper and going down. So yeah, maybe we'll do that, and we'll let's see if the crops have grown by then to give that a go. Right, so I've put some more hoppers in here now, so that should be enough in theory. We've got 9 I think in total, so that should keep hopefully it from having too many form at this end. And to be honest, it doesn't matter if we get a few at that end. What really matters is whether they cause a problem or not. And at the other side of things, this is where we're going to keep affected the seeds. So there's nothing in there because we haven't got enough carrots yet to fill it. But each of these bays, as you can see from here, basically takes 272 items per bay, or 4.25 stacks. So almost, yeah, not quite 4.5 stacks, 4.25 stacks. But what we're going to do, because that kind of works out nicely, that if each bay has a complete row, we should be left with half a stack or 32 items left over at the end that can come back in again, and they will then form the ready for the next bit. So there'll be an automated system which we won't get it set up today, but what we need to do is find a way of then bringing those items all the way along here, and then they will get brought up and put into this chest first, and then this chest, and we'll find a sorting system for that. And then once we've put them into those chests, because that will give us our seeds for the next lot of planting, we're then going to put them into a storage system. So, and I've kind of worked it out, so we're going to have 2 bays of wheat, we're going to have 3 bays of potatoes, we've got a bay of beetroot at the moment, but we'll get to the point where we probably really don't need that because we haven't got over use of it, and then we'll have at the moment 2 bays of carrots, and perhaps we'll replace that with carrots because we can trade with those much more than we can with the others. So yeah, these are still growing, so I'm probably going to AFK around here a little bit, try not to get killed, and yeah, get these growing, and then we'll do a test and see how well the collection system works on there. I've got this channel dug now, which is going to be used for transporting the items from here to where we're storing them. So this will probably stay the same. We'll probably just use this as an overload system, and then we'll probably replace this with a dispenser, and then we'll probably dispense them into this water channel. But I'm going to leave it just for the minute because I was just thinking about this. I put some water in there, and I really want to test some things first to see whether I'm going to put it directly with a water source there. The water source might be there, not quite sure. So in theory I could start putting the rest of it in, but I am going to leave it for now because yeah, just in case I've got to change it again. We'll do that when we're ready to do it, but we've got the signs and the water ready for that. So I'll just put those in some chests up here. This is my temporary storage chest. So we'll leave all those in there ready. But I think what we'll do is do that test now and see how well this works and how well it captures at the bottom. In other words, is our collection system ready? Not all the crops are quite grown yet, but quite a lot are, so I think it's good enough. Hopefully this doesn't lag too much. And again, I haven't got any automation of turning on and off yet. That's something we probably will do. So the idea would be you hit the switch, this then takes everything down, and then we would it would automatically turn itself off. We would grab the seeds, and then we start going planting again. And we do get a few items trapped up on the top here, so this design might have to change. I was hoping to keep it like this, and maybe I will, because it's only 2 or 3 items, maybe half a dozen items per thing that we're losing, so we've got a few percentage of loss there, but maybe I could live with that. I don't know. The alternative is you know, putting another block on top like glass, but then we can't have this type of dirt then if we do. So yeah, something we'll have to look at. So let's go down and have a look at the bottom. So we are losing a few there. That's 13 potatoes I picked up there actually, so lag. Don't know why my machine's doing that, but I need to get out. Did I bring my pearls? I did. Excellent. Let's go up there. Yeah, so as you can see there, we're getting some bunching up still. It's just going too fast across this. What we might need to do is take some of the ice out as we get to here, so it doesn't suddenly go shooting across and it's missing these hoppers. Because I dare say, if we look at these, although no, they are full. That's got 64. Yeah, no, these are full actually, so it's not really skipping these. Now I don't want to go in there, because what I'm going to do is see how well that despawns, or see if they do despawn or not, or whether they actually get picked up. But yeah, we might need more hoppers. Yeah, so definitely going to need more hoppers here. I reckon there's probably at least another 5 hoppers worth were just sat there on that one. These were all full as well, although they emptied quite quickly. This one obviously wasn't emptying very quick, because only one thing at a time can drop into there and drop into there, so yeah, it wasn't working so well. So I think the answer is probably going to be to put 5 more hoppers along, and allow it to sort of go a bit further, and maybe those 5 hoppers that way. I'm not quite sure yet. Something I'm going to have to figure out, but certainly everything seems to be coming through. So what I'm going to do is move all this up manually, because that's what I'm going to have to do. As you can see, these are full of stuff, which is not really a problem. It will, you know, slowly filter through. But for now I'm going to transport it up to the other chests, and then that will make sure that we've got enough items there to replant. So and I'm going to do a test on that as well, just to make sure that my maths are right, by filling these chests up here with just enough items. So we've got the lower chest there, which is going to have that many carrots in it, and then anything beyond that is really going to be bonus stuff left over, I guess. And I really should have done it that way, shouldn't I? So let's just do it that way. There we go, and that'll make it easier to then sort of put them all in. Same with the potatoes, and again, this end we'll have to sort out sometime. We'll work on this on another episode in terms of once we got them transporting here, some kind of item elevator. I'm not sure whether that's going to be droppers or something like that, or whether we're going to have to use some kind of new design of item elevator, since the other ones are all broken in this version of Minecraft, which yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but we know, you know, that's got to be the case, because well, we need the other bits fixed. So it's kind of a sort of double-edged sword, if you like. We lose some stuff, but we gain other stuff. So yeah, so I think we'll probably call that an episode there today, guys. We've done some work on this. We've got our island working over on by the witch farm, and that's producing great results. So we've got an item sorter to put there as well. So yeah, got a lot done today on a few different areas. So hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, don't forget to click on like and leave us a comment. Love to get your feedback and ideas that we should be doing in this series. So thanks for watching, guys. My name is WildTrekker, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.